Yo, what's good, Grateful family? Welcome in. Welcome back to the Grateful Gab Sports Huddle. Today's Sports Huddle is being brought to you by Sugarcane Sweet Shop. Shout out to my first sponsor. Much love and respect and appreciation. Got the daily verse coming, and then I'll begin directly into the Sports Huddle rundown. So welcome in to the Grateful Gab Sports Huddle. Daily verse for the day of October 30th, 2025, derives from the book of Philippians, chapter 3, verse 16, and it states as follows. At any rate, to the extent we have made progress, let us go on walking orderly in the same course. Amen. And again, it's from the book of Philippians, chapter 3, verse 16. So let us stay on that orderly course of the crimped and narrow road. As we get into the sports huddle rundown, ladies and gentlemen, Sports Huddle Rundown is as follows for today, October 30th, 2025. I will have the NFL Week 8 recap and a look ahead to tonight's matchup for Thursday Night Football. NFL trades as well. The NFL trade deadline ends next week. So from this point on, the trades that have happened already up until that point, we will have coverage of them. Whatever trades happen from today through Saturday, we'll have on a Saturday Sports Huddle, but then the following week we'll have those updates on the Thursday Sports Huddle. So be on the lookout Saturday. Papa Dennis will be in the studio, so be on the lookout for that. Also, again, NCAA Top 25 Week 9 recap. We had some pretty good matchups from Week 9. Some things that happened in the college world as well. I'll be getting to that. Major League Baseball World Series update, the NBA season, and the National Hockey League. So let's get into it. So, getting into NFL Week 8 recap. Well, the Eagles, they went on a bye week with pretty good momentum. Saquon Barkley had his best rushing game of the year so far. They advanced the Eagles to 6-2. We had our highest total rush yard game as well for the season. We had a total of 276 rush yards on 33 attempts. Saquon Barkley had 14 carries for 150 yards and a touchdown, and we had Tank Bigsby, right, a huge factor to our running back room as well. He had 9 carries for 104 yards, so we had two 100-yard rushers in last week's matchup against the Giants, which is a good sight going into the back half of the season as we go into this bye week, something that we can really build on and really appreciate. Jalen Hurts had a phenomenal game. He had 179 yards total yards. He went 15 for 20 and he threw 4 touchdowns. He had a passer rating of 141, right? So he was being phenomenal as well. Right, Smitty had a huge game. Defense played lights out, right? So we just continue to find ways to make plays, and the defense is coming along. We had 5 sacks, so something just to build off of. As again, we approach this bye week and we attack to see how we really need to get much better. The Jets got their first win of the season on a late second score by the Jets to advance to 1-7 on the season. Bengals coming off a tough loss after they had just beat a division opponent on Thursday Night Football 2 weeks ago against the Steelers. So not a good sight for the Bengals right now. Got to regroup. Ravens found a way to dominate the Bears. The Bears came into Baltimore hot. The Ravens, they look to get Lamar Jackson back tonight as they approach Thursday Night Football. Maybe, I don't know. It hasn't been announced yet. But the Ravens found a way to win. Defense showed up, right? The backup quarterback, Tyler Huntley, they finally went away from, I forgot old boy name. He was the backup to the Cowboys last year. I can't think of his name right now. But Tyler Huntley, he came in and he got the offense rolling in a certain way. He scored. He was 17 for 22. He had 186 yards and 1 touchdown. Ravens defeated the Bears 30-16. Bills came into Carolina and absolutely dominated the Panthers 40-9. The Dolphins with an upset win over the Falcons in Atlanta. The Falcons just did not the Falcons just did not look like the Falcons at all. My dad was getting in contact with me. He was talking about the Falcons. My cousin Papa Dennis, he'll be coming on Saturday. He said he got a lot to say about the Falcons, so he was not pleased. So I'm looking forward to see what he had to say about that performance. But 34-10 was the final score down in Atlanta, Dolphins way. We had the Texans defeat the 49ers. A huge win for the Texans over a pretty solid 49ers team, right? Texans defeated the 49ers 26-15. We had the Buccaneers dominate the Saints 23-3. They won by 20 points. The Patriots defeated the Browns 32-13. The Colts the Colts trailed their way to a 7-1 start on the season by dominating the Titans 38-14. They're looking like the best team in the NFL right now. Broncos defeated the Cowboys 44-24. Packers defeated the Steelers Sunday night 35-25. To wrap up week 8, we had the Chiefs defeat the Commanders in Kansas City 28-7. Kicking off week 9 again tonight, Thursday night football on Prime Video, 8:15 p.m. Right, this is a battle of the sucks, right? I mean, both of these teams are well out of playoff contention, if you ask me. Right, both of these teams have to really win 8 straight games to even just be in contention to be maybe even a wild card spot. Right, that's my opinion, and that's it's probably the truth. It's not the truth. I mean, it's not probably the truth. It is the truth. They have to win 8, 9 games in a row to be in playoff contention, right? Because you have guys in the AFC like the Broncos, you have teams in the AFC like the Colts, right? All these teams in the AFC, the Bills, all these teams that are ahead already, that some of these teams have to face, right? The Jaguars, the Chiefs, these type of teams that's going to be a hard ask for these teams. But, still some positives they can take out of it, just trying to win day by day. Again, Lamar Jackson is scheduled to play tonight. He is not scheduled on the injury report, so Lamar Jackson will be suiting up tonight in prime time, Thursday night football to head back to Florida, where he's from, Miami, and face the Dolphins. So that'll be a huge matchup. Good homecoming for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. Both of these two teams coming off a win this prior week, so they'll be looking to start week 9 with a win also. So that game is tonight at 8:15 p.m. on Prime Video. So be on the lookout for that. As we transition to the NFL trades information from this week, right? Again, NFL trade deadline ends next week. I believe next Tuesday, November 4th is the deadline. So from this week, some trades we had going back to October 26th. We had October 27th. Here we go. Titans traded cornerback McCreary to the Rams. The Los Angeles Rams added cornerback Roger McCreary in a trade with the Tennessee Titans on Monday. The Titans will receive a 2026 conditional 5th-round pick. The Rams will receive a conditional 2026 6th-round pick along with McCray. So also the 49ers added edge rusher Keon White. So the 49ers traded Keon White the New England Patriots traded Keon White to the 49ers for a late 2026 draft pick. And the Patriots get the Patriots get a 6th-round pick while the 49ers get a 7th-round pick along with White. Also, the Steelers traded safety Kyle Duggar. Safety Kyle Duggar is the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots sent safety Kyle Duggar and a 7th-round pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers in exchange for a 6th-round pick. So the Patriots are building that draft capital. My Philly Birds did make a trade yesterday for a nickel corner. The Philadelphia Eagles traded we traded John Mitchell III and a 2027 6th-round pick for Michael Carter II and a 7th-round pick from the New York Jets. So another young cornerback to join our room alongside Quinyon Mitchell, right? Cooper DeJean, Keely Ringo, right? Dory Jackson, Ja'Cory Bennett, all these type of guys who can be able to, add some depth to our playoff room. So, I mean, our defensive back room as we try, do our best to make a playoff push on this back half of the season. So it's always good to have a lot of depth pieces in every position, right? Trenches, skills position, having as much depth as possible. It's definitely going to put you ahead of a lot of different teams. So looking forward to it, seeing how we continue to get better, and looking ahead to Thursday night football tonight. Again, Dolphins will be hosting Lamar Jackson as he returns back to his hometown of Miami, Florida, and looking to get a W in his first game back. As we look ahead to NCAA Top 25 Week 9 recap, NCAA Top 25 was good. It wasn't great because the Bulldogs didn't play, but it was still good. We had a lot of good moments to kick off Week 9 in the NCAA. We had number 2 Indiana dominate UCLA 56-6. We had number 3 Texas A&M defeat number 20 LSU 49-25. Along with that loss on the record board, the LSU Tigers took a loss with their head coach firing. Right, I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, no, that's a win. We wanted Brian Kelly out of there," but this is a team that, losing a head coach in the middle of the season is not a win, right? It's for nobody, right? Not for the head coach, not for the staff, not for the team, not nobody, right? Because it's a lot of mixed emotions on that team, right? A lot of players probably were buying into his system, right? A lot of players probably weren't. Who knows? But now it's a new, something new has to be implemented, right? The system, how the team is formed won't change as much, right? But structures change different ways, right? He's not the head anymore. So this new head person that steps up, maybe he takes things from Brian Kelly, maybe he don't, right? Maybe he implements his own thing. But it's a loss for both sides, right? It's a loss on a record board, again, with a horrible loss at home against Texas A&M, and it's also a loss for the team overall, just losing the leader of their football team and their head coach, and Brian Kelly, right? Rightfully so. A lot of people said it was granted, right, that this new day and age era, this new landscape in college football, people want to win now. People want to see results now, right? They're looking at the Texas A&M, right? When they fired Jimbo Fisher last year, right? They're looking at how this new head coaches came in and turned the program around the next year, right? They're a top 5 team, right? All these type of things. So people, though, these athletic directors, these fans, these what is it called? These people who donate to the team, these boosters, these booster clubs, all these people, right? They want to be able to see these results now, and that plays a big part, right? But like my cousin Papa Dennis was saying, he was on a hot seat already anyway to start the season, and now, because this is not just a one season thing, this is a reoccurrence of issues. So, but that happened this past weekend. Number 3 Texas A&M stayed perfect on the season to advance to 8-0 with the win over LSU. Number 4 Alabama, they skated by, but they got it done. They defeated South Carolina on the road 29-22 in a hostile environment. They had a huge fourth quarter. They scored 15 points in the fourth quarter to grab that victory over South Carolina this past weekend, 29-22. We had number 6 Oregon defeat Wisconsin 21-7. Number 7 Georgia Tech, they continue their perfect season so far, advancing to 8-0 with a dominating win over Syracuse 41-16. We had number 8 Ole Miss with a huge victory over number 13 Oklahoma, the biggest win so far of the season for them, just because what this win meant to them, right? For the rest of the schedule of Ole Miss is not pretty. It's not pretty, right? They do have a Florida team who's gonna go on a road in Mississippi and play, which Florida's still not a slouch, but they're not the Florida of old. They're not the Florida team that we expected this season. We shall see how they show up on Saturday against the Dogs. But now their next matchup, they'll host South Carolina. Well, South Carolina is a pretty solid team as well. They gave Alabama a scare for their a scare on the run. So, but ranked opponents, that was Ole Miss last ranked opponent. So that's why it was really the most important game on the schedule so far. The biggest win on their schedule so far, because of that last ranked opponent. Because now you look at that win over LSU. That win over LSU don't look as impressive anymore, right? LSU started off with a huge win over Clemson on the road, but other than that, when they face a top 5 team, they haven't won. A top 25 team, they have not won. They have not had a top 25 win since opening week, right? They lost on the road to number 13 Ole Miss. They lost against against number 17 Vanderbilt, and they just lost to number 3 Texas A&M. Now they go on the road to Alabama, right? So the LSU win is not looking as impressive for Ole Miss, in my opinion, as it may be. Like, the committee will look back and say, "Oh, they was in the close and they lost a close one to Georgia, but that Oklahoma win was good for Ole Miss. They had to win that game, and they won that matchup 34-26. Number 9 Miami dominated Stanford 42-7. Number 10 Vanderbilt defeated number 15 Missouri 17-10. Number 11 BYU defeated Iowa State 41-27. Number 14 Texas Tech dominated Oklahoma State 42-0. Number 16 Virginia defeated North Carolina in overtime 17-16. That Bill Belichick teams are starting to, put it together. They didn't win, but forcing the top 25 opponent to overtime to lose by 1, that shows progression. That shows progress. So I'm excited for those guys. Number 17 Tennessee went into Kentucky and handled business 56-34. We had an upset of the week. We had unranked Memphis defeat number 18 South Florida 34-31. We had number 19 Louisville defeat Boston College 38-24. We had number 21 Cincinnati defeat Baylor 41-20. We had an overtime victory for number 22 Texas. They defeated Mississippi State 45-38 in overtime. We had a couple upsets to wrap up the night. We had Washington unranked Washington defeat number 23 Illinois 42-25. We had unranked Houston defeat number 24 Arizona State 24-16. Number 25 Michigan handled business against Michigan State, wrapping up the weekend 31-20. As we move on and have a look ahead to Friday Night Lights, as number 25 Memphis heads to Rice 7 p.m. tomorrow night on ESPN2, they will be kicking off Week 10 of the Top 25 football. So we're approaching the last days here in October, looking ahead to November, but each and every day is a blessing. Let's make the best of it and give Jehovah God praise for each and every day. As we get into, are you enjoying today's episode? This episode of the Grateful Gab Podcast is proudly sponsored by Sugarcane Sweet Shop. At Sugarcane Sweet Shop, every dessert is made with love, creativity, and a sprinkle of sweetness. From the signature cookies and cupcakes to custom cakes for every occasion, Sugarcane is available to make your moments a little more special. Follow them on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Sugarcane Sweet Shop to see what's fresh from the oven. And don't forget to treat yourself today. Major League Baseball Series update. Major League Baseball Series is the World Series is coming together. The World Series is coming together. If you have not been following, the World Series has been back and forth. Game 1 was taken by the Blue Jays, right? Then we had Game 2 taken by the Dodgers, 5-1. Game 3 was also taken by the Dodgers with an 18-inning World Series, capped off with a walk-off home run by Freddie Freeman. Shout out to Freddie. Then he had an absolute bomb that game. Hold on, let me find my bomb button. Absolute rocket. Tuesday's matchup, we had the Blue Jays tie the series in LA 6-2. They defeated the Dodgers 6-2 to tie their series 2 games apiece. Then last night the Blue Jays went ahead game 5. They defeated the Dodgers 6-1, advancing to 3 wins on the series as they head back to Toronto for games 6 and 7. So the Blue Jays are in prime position to do something they haven't done. I don't know if they have a World Series, but I know they haven't been to the World Series since for over 30 years now. So yeah, I'm trying to see if they have any World Series wins. Let's see here. Yeah, so the last time they had they won 2 World Series. They defeated the Braves in '92. They won that series 4-2, and they defeated the Phillies in '93. And they won that series 4-2. So they're looking to repeat history again and win their 3rd World Series 4-2 as well. So game 6 will be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Fox. Blue Jays looking to close out the World Series. Dodgers looking to force a game 7. So it should be good. I expect the Dodgers to win game 6 just to force a game 7, but the Blue Jays they're not playing around. They're here. They won 2 straight games on the road to go up 3-2, headed home. So everything is in their court, right? Everything is on their side. So they have to go out there, put the best pitcher on the mound, right? Play defense the best, right? Hit the ball the best, and they're gonna come out World Series champion. So we shall see how it turns out, but I'm looking forward to it again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. on Fox, Game 6 of the 2025 World Series. As we look ahead to NBA updates from this week. So Trae Young got hurt last night. It wasn't a season-ending injury. He just sprained his knee. Thank God it wasn't an ACL tear. So he got past that thing. But MRI will be taken. From Tuesday's matchups. From Tuesday's matchups in the NBA, we had the 76ers defeat the Wizards in overtime, 139-134. We had the Heat absolutely dominate the Hornets, 144-117. We had the Bucks defeat the Knicks, 121-111. The Thunder defeated the Kings 107-101, and the Warriors defeated the Clippers 98-79. From last night's matchup, the Hawks got their 2nd win of the season. Some things I want to point out about the Hawks. Okay, well, First of all, we have to rebound better, man. We have to rebound better. This is unacceptable, right? 44 rebounds last night. I think we've been out rebound every game so far. That's what I'm gonna go back and verify. So from the start of the season, this past week, our first game was on Wednesday, Raptors game. Box score. We had 34 rebounds. Raptors had 54 rebounds. That's one game out rebound. Magic, our first win of the season. Magic, they had 45 rebounds. We had 40 rebounds. We barely won 111 and 107. Thunder matchup. Right? Thunder came in, smacked on us, smacked us around. They had 50 rebounds. We had 46 rebounds. Right? 3 games in a row, we've got out rebound. Bulls game, we lost 128 to 123. Right? Rebounds equals possessions, and we've been getting out rebound. The Bulls had 51 rebounds. We had 36 rebounds, and we're barely losing. So we rebound the ball. We win games. It's simple as that, bro. Last night, Hawks next game, second win of the season. How many rebounds did the Hawks have? 44. How many did the Nets have? 47. And we barely won, right? So it's that tipsy turning, right? We barely lose in out rebound. We barely win getting out rebound, right? So we have to rebounds matter, ladies and gentlemen. Rebounds matter. And for these big guys, Kristaps Porzingis, bro, you've played in 2 games, buddy. You haven't had 10. You haven't had 10 rebounds yet, right? You had 6 rebounds last night with 6 points and 7 assists on 25 minutes, which is horrible, by the way. All right. Now let's get back to the other game you played, first game of the season against the Raptors. Oh, how many rebounds did you have? Let's see here. You had a measly 7 rebounds. Come on, dude. Unacceptable. Unacceptable, bro. We got to be better.
Bruh.
Come on, dog. We got to be better here. We paying you $30 million, and we're not paying you $30 million for no reason. That's money in the bank, right? But we need you to come play how you're supposed to be playing, because if not, you got to get up out of there, bro. And that's what you're looking like right now. And it's not acceptable. So you got to get it together, play better basketball. But we have to rebound the ball better. Plain and simple. It's not hard. Rebound the ball better. So from last night's games again, Trae Young got hurt. We ended up winning 117-112. Rockets defeated the Raptors 139-121. The Celtics defeated the Cavaliers 125-105 got their first home win of the season. The Pistons defeated the Magic 135-116. The Bulls defeated the Kings 126-113. The Mavericks defeated the Pacers 107-105. The Nuggets dominated the Pelicans 122-88. The Trailblazers defeated the Jazz 136-134. The Lakers defeated the Timberwolves 116-115 on a buzzer beater by Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves has been having a phenomenal game. Just a performance since LeBron and Luka have been sidelined. He had a double-double last night. He had 16 assists to go along with 28 points, so he's a dog. So the Lakers got it done on a buzzer beater 116-115, and the Grizzlies defeated the Suns last night 114-113. For tonight's matchups, kicking off at 7 p.m., we have the Hornets hosting the Magic. Also tonight at 8 p.m. on NBA TV, we have the Bucks hosting the Warriors. That should be a pretty solid matchup. We got the Wizards headed to Oklahoma City to face the Thunders, and we have the Spurs hosting the Heat. That should be a good matchup tonight as well. The Spurs are currently 4-0, one of the undefeated teams out of the West alongside the Thunder. Friday's matchups. The group play for the NBA Cup kicks off tomorrow night. We will have 2 matchups tomorrow on Prime Video. The first matchup is going to be at 7 p.m. between the 76ers and the Celtics. The 76ers are off to a 4-0 start as well in the Eastern Conference. The Hawks will be headed to Indiana to face the Pacers. The Cavaliers will be hosting the Raptors. The Knicks will be heading to Chicago to face the Bulls. The Bulls are 4-0 as well. The Grizzlies will be hosting the Lakers. The Jazz will be going up against the Suns. The Grizzlies-Lakers matchup will be at 9:30 p.m. tomorrow on Prime Video. The Suns will be hosting the Jazz. The Trailblazers will be hosting the Nuggets, and the Pelicans will be headed to LA to face the Clippers. So make sure y'all pull up on Saturday's Sports Huddle to get updated information from the NBA group play first games, NFL, more updates from NFL trades, a look ahead to NFL Week 9 and Thursday night football recap, and a look ahead to a powerful Week 10 in the NCAA Top 25, and also the World Series might be wrapped up as well. So Saturday Sports Huddle is going to be good. Papa Dennis is going to be back in the building, ringside coverage, all those type of things will be here on the Grateful Gab Sports Huddle. As we wrap up today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, National Hockey League to close out the Sports Huddle today. Updates from the National Hockey League is as follows. Score results from Tuesday's matchups in the National Hockey League if it pulls up here. So the score results is as follows from Tuesday. Excuse me. Tuesday's matchups, we had the Flyers defeat the Penguins 3-2. The Maple Leafs defeated the Flames 4-3. The Golden Knights defeated the Hurricanes 6-3. The Blue Jackets defeated the Sabres 4-3. The Ducks defeated the Panthers 3-2. The Bruins defeated the Islanders 5-2. The Predators fell to the Lightning 5-2. The Winnipeg Jets defeated the Wild 4-3. The Blackhawks defeated the Senators 7-3. The Avalanche defeated the Devils 8-4. The Oilers defeated the Mammoth 6-3. The Rangers defeated the Canucks 2-0. The Canadiens defeated the Kraken 4-3. The Kings defeated the Sharks 4-3. The Red Wings defeated the Blues 5-2. From Wednesday's matchups, we had the Blue Jackets defeat the Maple Leafs 6-3. For today's matchups kicking off tonight at 7 p.m., we do have a primetime game on TNT or True TV. We have the Lightning hosting the Dallas Stars tonight at 7 p.m. Also tonight at 10:30 p.m., we have the LA Kings hosting the Detroit Red Wings. That should be a pretty solid game. Other notable matchups from tonight's games. At 7:30 p.m. on Hulu, we have the Hurricanes hosting the New York Islanders. Also, we have the Boston Bruins hosting the Buffalo Sabres tonight at 7 p.m. For Friday's matchups, kicking off tomorrow at 4 p.m., we have the Las Vegas Golden Knights hosting the Avalanche. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. on the National Hockey League Network, we have the Capitals hosting the Islanders. And then tomorrow night at 10 p.m., we have the Ducks hosting the Red Wings. So it's been a pleasure kicking it with you all today. Again, be on the lookout for Saturday's Sports Huddle. Also, if you are new to the podcast, new to the channel, make sure you subscribe on YouTube. It's much appreciated. And also, you can view the recorded video versions of my podcast, not only on Spotify, but now directly on YouTube as well. So head over to YouTube to check out my latest episodes. Every episode dropped from now on will be video recorded. All of my episodes are video recorded. Not all of them are picture me in the video, but they have my logo with captions and things like that. So it makes the video more personable. So please check them out. Again, I've enjoyed today's episode with you all. As always, give Jehovah God glory for life today. Take care of yourselves. Be blessed. Looking forward to Saturday Sports Huddle. So I hope to see y'all there. Until next time, I'm Grateful Dave. Peace.